Hi guys,
I'm Sam,
I'm Yaba.
and together we are
Ghana Bound. Who is Ghana Bound?
Where did we come from?
What are we doing?
Well, 2.5 years ago, Team Apple were Ghana Bound. We were making our way over, transitioning from the UK to start a new life in Ghana.
Why?
Why not?
Why would you do that? Why would you leave the comforts, the systems, the shininess of the UK to come and live in a developing country?
Well, first point was for our children. We needed to get them back to cultural link with where they're from and understanding their roots and heritage.
Next point, Ghana is a whole vibe. Okay, that was the other reason we moved. For any of you, hands up, who's been here in December? I love it, right? So we know December isn't everything, but the rest of the year is just cool, it's relaxing, and the quality of life here is on a different level.
Ghana is filled with opportunity. Ghana is still growing and developing around you. Every day you see something new. Every day you see a progression on someone else's dream. Someone else decided that they want to build a mall, or they wanted to open up a fun kids park. You can do it here. Ghana is filled with opportunity.
Reconnecting with our family, with our roots, has been a massive highlight.
All year round sun sounds silly, but it's amazing. It does wonders for your mental health. It's awesome.
Especially for those of us who've moved from the UK, you know?
Yeah, it can get cold, can get grey.
It's mostly cold and mostly grey. Let's be real now.
Yeah, so there was a lot of reasons that were motivating us personally to move to Ghana. Is it all milk and honey? It can be challenging, but that's the way it is right now. We're in a developing country, so not all the niceties are there, but there's so much more that we feel we're getting out of relocating back to Ghana.
So where are you watching from right now, and what are your reasons for wanting to move back to Ghana, move to the continent in general? Why?
So being here or going into our third year, what are some of the highlights that you can think of?
Okay, so the initial one for me was that feeling getting off the airplane. Planning to move here was hugely stressful. It just was. So when we finally landed, and it was just a sea of faces that looked like us, the warmth, the climate, and that feeling, like I can only describe it as spiritual, of you are meant to be here. Highlight.
Watching our children run off into the school for their first day, and just a sea of little kids that all look the same, have matching energies. That was crazy. That was absolute crazy. And just the joy when they come back from school and said they've absolutely loved it. That was an awesome day.
Yes. Being around family and having a feeling of belonging. Not everyone knows that they're Ghanaian or Ethiopian or Kenyan, but when you come back on the continent as a person of color, there is that sense of feeling, and we've been told this by others, that I belong here. And that was, no words to describe that.
Mm-hmm. Launching the business, that was the first moment. It was like, we're actually doing it. We've launched our business. We're doing it. You know, we're really doing it. This was just nuts. That for me was just a landmark moment.
Everyone who knows me knows I'm a socialite.
You like talking?
I like talking, I like people, I like parties, everything. And Ghana, especially Accra here, has all of that. We've got a wonderful circle of friends, and organically we've just connected to people who are amazing. We've now got the Afro Parenting Group, Destination Africa,
awesome.
Who you can join, by the way, from wherever you are in the world, a group of over 500 people. We've got the Wellness Women Group with Crystal Joy, and it's just women who have connected, who have all kinds of well-being, whether it's financial, spiritual, physical, and all of this has happened organically, and it's been amazing being part of a like-minded group.
Lots of opportunities for you to talk.
Lots of opportunities for me to talk, meet up with other ladies, have cocktails. Honestly, just love it.
Yeah, the social life is great. It's good to just go out. We didn't have that so much. We didn't have network. And so
We didn't have childcare.
no childcare, no grand aunties and other aunties and aunties and aunties. It's just awesome. Has it all been butterflies and rainbows?
Yes, this is heaven.
No. No. There's a lot of readjusting that we've had to make, and that's readjusting from our attitude and readjusting to how things move and the pace that they move in Ghana.
In the UK, and we can only speak for the UK, okay, everything is to time. Everything. So you keep an appointment. If you're late, you've missed the appointment. Here, it's more like,
Charlie, I'll meet you at 10. GMT? No, Ghana man time.
10 means 12, okay, people? 10 means 12. Like, the first few months, I was like, Sam, the event's at 10 o'clock. We have to be there at 10 o'clock. And I'd be there at the door like, we get to the event, literally.
Be there before the caterer.
Yeah, that only happened a few times. So the argument is, which we'd love to hear your opinion on this, do you join that movement of just get there when you get there? Or do you put your feet down and say, no, 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock and we should start, and it starts with us? What's your opinion?
If you do a meeting with us in the office, 10 o'clock means 10 o'clock. We'll be there. If we're going to your event and it says 10 o'clock,
you better see us at 1. Next question. Okay, so coming into our 3rd year now, what have been the challenges that you faced so far?
Well, I think this is a good question, and it's a good question in that it's your mindset. Because for us, we just take things or just find solutions to problems. And so lights off, water issue, we just find the solution. So challenges are going to be really small for us. Well, for me, let's say, not getting an Uber on time. Dude, you got Uber.
A few years ago, there was no such thing.
Yeah, there was
you would
no
have had to
Uber.
rely on the local taxi and not know how much something would cost.
Yeah.
You can't share your ride, etc. It's brilliant.
Yeah, so I think it's about perception. So the challenges have been in me changing the way I interact with Ghana. Because Ghana's not going to change for me, but how I change and how I express myself, how I ask for things, because you've got to be very direct here. So yeah, I think the biggest challenge is changing what I see as normal and understanding the system. That's been the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Having people overcharge you because you are from outside, I know is one of your biggest challenges. So how has your mindset helped you to overcome that?
I don't think I have overcome it, but I've understood where it comes from. Okay, and the fact that you don't miss a chance here in Ghana. Nobody misses a chance. Nobody misses a chance in front of goal. It's the Premier Division. You have to put it back in the back of the net, you know. I always use that example. So do I like it? No, but do I understand why? Yes, people are living life on really small amounts of money. So any chance to supplement that, it's taken. So it's understanding, but I still don't like it.
Bouncing off that, I found that learning the language, practicing the language, actually has helped counter some of that.
Yeah.
And saying you're Ghanaian isn't going to make a difference if you're here speaking English in terms of being overcharged. But if you try and bring the tree, it makes a difference.
And it's not just English or returnees that are getting overcharged. Oh, even our home help has been overcharged for stuff in the market. You've just got to be, people literally look at you and decide what you can afford. So it's not just because we're returnees. So having said all that, what would you have done differently? Would you have done anything differently?
What I would have done differently is renovated our house rather than jumping in and trying to build a whole new house. We had our reasons, and we're firm believers that whatever your requirement is at the time, you can only manage that situation at the time. Things have changed since then, and now we are in a situation where we actually want to just renovate the house that we're living in and then build a bit later on. So I would have done that bit a bit differently.
What is Ghana Bound?
Ghana Bound started as one thing and has evolved into something completely different. So Ghana Bound started as a family diary. We're a family of 4 and we wanted our kids to have a document of the journey from the UK back to the continent.
What is Ghana Bound now?
Ghana Bound now is a support network to support those in the diaspora to come back to the continent safely, securely, with a trusted network who we are now establishing.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. How can Ghana Bound help you?
Ghana Bound supports you in finding reliable properties. So we do lands, we have our www.ghanabound.com website so you can find reliable properties. We also are consultants and coaches for those of you who want to own property the right way in Ghana. And we are here to coach you on your return back to Ghana. What's happening next for Ghana Bound?
The Ghana Bound Tour. In this October, we'll take you along with us to have a look at the best opportunities and properties Ghana has to offer.
We are also going to link you up with the lawyers, the property consultants, everybody you need to know if you want to come and invest in Ghana.
The right way.
On top of that, we're also going to have some cultural experiences for those of you who are coming for the first time and really want to reconnect with your roots.
Awesome. So, if you haven't done so already, hit that like, share and subscribe button in 3, 2, 1, 3. Welcome to the family.
And see you in the next one. Bye.